Hi, this is BB from ClutterClearingLifeCoaching.com, and today I want to talk about fantasy versus reality. Now, fantasy, what is fantasy? Fantasy is fantasizing about something that you want. It could be a dream house, dream vacation, starting your own business, expanding an existing business, getting a promotion, um, starting a new hobby, getting a new car. It could be anything that you fantasize about. The good news with fantasy is that it's healthy in short measures, because if you stay in fantasy too long, then the fantasy becomes more important than the reality. And the reality is really what caused the fantasies to start in the first place, because you're fantasizing about something that you want, that you need, that is could make your life happier. If you fantasize about having a new home, then what do is you get in your car and you go to neighborhoods where you're looking at houses for sale. And you may look for a while until you find one that just, you can see yourself there. What helps with that is to visualize. Now, visualization is a little bit different from fantasy, because visualization is you're visualizing something, you're constructing something in your mind. Something that you can rearrange at will, make it the way you want. Like you could visualize the walls are painted in blue or something, and you can change it and you can see it's painted in red or purple or yellow, bright colors. And fantasy is more fantasizing about something you've already seen. So when you have a combination of both, it's something that you have a combination of both is something that is usually based in reality. Like you could see a house, like a fixer-upper, and you get the house and you can start visualizing what the house would be like. You give your subconscious mind something to work with, something to strive towards, something to progress towards, something to move towards, and it will start to pivot you in that direction. It will present people, places, situations, things. It will move and pivot whatever is needed to get that. As long as you make that vision compelling enough, as long as you make it something that you want, and you can see yourself in that house, you can see yourself putting the key in the lock, turning it, opening the door, hearing the creak of the door, stepping into the house. What's it smelling like? Do you have a Glade plug-in? What is it smelling like? Does it smell like something baking in the oven? Is it smelling like do you have kids running around? Does it smell like sweaty sneakers? What does it smell like? Something real, based in real life, reality. Make it as real as you possibly can. Make that vision real. And the more you make it real, you trick the subconscious mind into thinking that this is real. Now, if it thinks it's real, you've created a void. What you've done is you've created a void, and the universe is going to have to fill that void, because it's already done. So it's already in process. All you need to do now is to move these and your legs and get going, because things will appear in your life for you to get started on. And even though they may seem small and insignificant, and you're looking for lightnings and thunderbolts and lightnings and something big to happen, the small steps usually get you started, and then you're more prepared now, because you're ready to take action to go to the next level, go to the next step, and you're able to progress into building what you want, constructing what you want. The same thing goes for anything that you're trying to construct. like you're starting a new business, you're starting a new family. When it comes to like fantasy, about the difference between fantasy and reality of having a mate, you're looking to um, have someone in your life. There's somebody that you like. Now, if you're visualizing and you don't have anyone in mind, what does this person look like? What do they look like? What would they? Uh, How would they wear their hair? How would they wear their clothes? How would they look in those clothes? What's the color of their skin? What's the color of their eyes? What do their lips look like? What do their neck look like? What is the shape of their body? What kind of shoes do they wear? Do they wear socks? Do they wear stockings? What do they wear? Do they wear pants, skirts? What do they wear? That's coming from a vision of someone. And if you had to picture a face to it, what do their eyelashes look like? Or their eyelashes, the eyebrows, their ears? What do they smell like? What do they sound like? And if you are working from fantasy, someone that you know, and you're wondering about them, someone you don't know much about. Fantasy would go something like you wonder what kind of food do they eat? Do they sleep on the right side or the left side of the bed? Do they hog the covers at night? When they get up in the morning, what do they like to do? Are they grumpy in the morning? Do they like coffee? Do they like tea? Do they like breakfast in bed? What are they like around the house? Do they like to watch TV? Watch a movie? What kind of food would they eat if you guys were to go out to a restaurant? You wonder about, like a home setting or what they're looking like, because you know of the person, but you don't know the small details about them, and you want to fill this void with this image you have. But stop right there. Now we're talking about not just a vision, and not an inanimate object. We're talking about a person, another person. So the fantasy and the vision, they will coexist, because you will have these wonderings, these musings, these longings. You want to know every little thing about this person. You want to know where did they go to school, what was their first kiss like, every little thing you want to know. You just want to know every little thing about them, because there's genuine interest to know them and who they are as a person. And one of the things that you have to be conscious about when you're trying to manifest something is that they have to be on the same page with you. They have to have an interest, because everybody has a vibrational frequency. And if you're the only one that's interested and they are not, it's not going to go very far. But if you're both showing an interest, if there's an interest, and there is a feeling of a frequency of vibrating on the same level, then there will be an instant attraction, and that fantasy can now become a reality. So the combination of vision and fantasy can easily become a reality. What's one more thing can we fantasize about? Starting our own business. Let's imagine it's a storefront. What do? Is we can manifest. We know that the type of business we want, or even if we don't know, we just have dreams of owning our own storefront business. Whether we sell services or whether we offer services or we sell physical goods, it doesn't matter. So we can visualize it. We've seen stores before. We've been in a store at some point in our lives, so it's easy to go from there. You imagine the shelves. You imagine the counter, you imagine the cash register, you can hear the cash registers, you can hear the ching of the when you're making a sale. Imagine a lot of those. Imagine all day long that you're making sales and you have happy customers. Les Brown, on that note, Les Brown said that he was working with, I think, Bloomingdale's, was it? I can't remember. But they hired him to help the employees. It was a new store that was new opening. It was a new opening or something. There was something they were doing. And they were changing the whole showroom around. And he said, so you really want to make your customers happy? The manager was like, no. We want to amaze them. We don't want to just make them happy. We want to amaze them. And he remembered that because it's great. So you want to think of ways in your mind already that you want to amaze your customers. You want to wow them. You want them to remember you. So incorporate that great feeling of being able to do that in your visualization. And the fantasy part is you have actual places that you can look around, do your research, and start trying to manifest. And start trying to actually go from fantasy. Manifestation is already in process to start making it a reality. And if you need my help with any of this in the manifestation process or releasing any blocks you might have to achieving these things, I will include the link to my website in the description. That is clutterclearinglifecoaching.com. Clearing away the clutter at clutterclearinglifecoaching.com. Make sure you put your phone number in the contact form, and I will call you as soon as I'm able, and we will devise a plan on how to get you to the next level of achieving your reality from this fantasy, peacefully and easily. Until my next video, peace.